In 2021, when Mike and I purchased our home, I started a blog, but I'm going to go back and read through those blog entries so that we can relive some of those moments in the beginning, the first few days that we got to the house. I think it'll be a fun way to, make sure we don't leave any of the details out. So thanks for watching. Ciao, buongiorno. Today is day 3 when we first arrived in Italy. I am rereading my blog that I had started back in 2021, and today's entry is called When in Rome. All right, so I'm taking you back there with me. It says, in all fairness, you would want a new couch too. The house was left completely furnished, almost too much. They literally left everything, which I guess are bad for not being more specific, but really shame on the realtor for not ensuring all the, I use the word crap, wasn't removed. Like every drawer had stuff. Even the bar of old soap was left in the bathroom. And in that video of Mike and I doing our first walkthrough with the real estate agent, you can see the bathroom soap on the counter. You can see the kitchen towel hanging on the railing. They never went and cleaned out the house. Okay, I said, yuck, that's kind of nasty. Okay, time to think of the positives. Back to IKEA. There was no couch in the house. The house came with everything, literally everything, stuff we didn't even want, but no couch. And Americans sit on couches. Okay, I said, you gotta sit, right? There were 17 kitchen chairs, 10 beds, 25 pots and pans, 7 brooms, a broken hibachi grill that was literally left in the kitchen, a very ugly red purse, and a creepy old doll, which I almost left in Kaylee's room as a joke, okay? Mike and I and our handy dandy Google map headed back into Rome. It's about a 50-minute ride, not bad at all. We find the IKEA and now I'm in my glory. I'm like out, I'm shopping. I said Mike was too after 3 50-cent hot dogs. LOL, God help me. We purposely rented a larger wagon style car to get the couch to the house this trip. The rental for the week was 131 euros. Delivery alone would have been $100 to deliver the couch. I feel victory until, of course, my love seat wasn't in stock. But a $100 upgrade fabric one was. Perfect. We'll take it. Sold to the Americans who have no clue what to do next. We managed to get all of our stuff, some new bedspreads for the main beds. There are 10 beds in all. Lucky for me, the $9 bedspreads were my first choice. Each bed I put on like a red cranberry color bedspread from IKEA because it was like the cheapest thing I could find. Some other odds and ends, 2 new wicker light fixtures for the dining, living room to replace the 2 black Gothic existing lights. Let's pray Mike can do Italian electricity. A coffee table, no room for Swedish meatballs, and we're done. I said, we are excited on our way back to at least get the living room sorted out. In reality, I was excited to start decorating around the crap. I don't care, a cute cafe curtain can cover the hibachi girl right now. Mind you, when we arrived, all 5 recycling bins, the broken hibachi grill, and miscellaneous SHIT was left. Yes, I have pictures to show. We kept telling each other, think if they didn't leave the beds. Like Mike and I kept saying, all this crap, what are we gonna do? But think if they didn't leave the beds. That expense alone would have been more than the cost of the house. Stop complaining, smile, we are in Italy. We bought a flippin' house in Italy. We make our way back like two dingbats, unaware of the situation we're about to get ourselves into. Now, mental imagine. Okay. I'm holding the coffee table and I have two wicker lights on it. And it's in my lap the whole ride home. See the photo. Mike had to shut the door and squish me in. Our street is about 10 foot wide and our car can only fit down a portion of it. So we decide I will wave Mike down, back him down as far as he can fit, and then he'll just have to push the massive IKEA love seat box the rest of the way. Sounds good, right? I am recovering from an ankle injury that I have been extra careful on these cobblestone streets. Oh my God, I remember that. Right before we were flying over in February. So this was maybe January. No, it was actually December. I was up in Massachusetts visiting my friend Kim and staying at my cousin Nancy's house, and I fell down her last step and I rolled my ankle and it swelled out like a big flippin' baboon. And I'm like, how the heck am I gonna walk in Italy? Luckily it healed and it was okay. That's what that was about. I also suffer from a vascular disease and my shoulders, arms, and hands don't work so well. See, I was even dealing with TOS back then. Poor Mike, he'll love the love seat though, and I plan on having his wine ready for him when it's all set up. I get out of the car, I put the coffee table and the lights down, apparently by the car. Mike starts backing up and I'm, kind of waving him behind the car, and a very kind woman comes running out of her stairs, waving her arms, saying, no, 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 no. She motions to me, arms crossed, her eyes are closed, and I'm like, what is she saying? You've probably heard this in the other video. I'm like, what is this lady trying to tell me? Come to find out, she wasn't Italian, she was Romanian. But she's yelling at us. Oh my God, where's my phone to Google Translate? For the love of God, Mary and Joseph, and all the angels and saints, what is she saying to me? I still have no clue. Oh my God, she's telling me someone died. Mike, someone died. Mike's got his window down. I'm like yelling to him. I said, that would explain the hearse at the top of the village. Oh my God, when Mike and I pulled back in from IKEA and we parked the car up at the piazza, there was a hearse up there and we were like, okay, someone, clearly a funeral. Well, little did we know. I said, we honestly saw one, thought nothing of it, continued on our merry way. I'm excited to decorate. Who cares about anything else? Mike is excited to get the hell out of the car. He hates going into IKEA. I said, what we didn't know is Mike and Carrie are now almost part of a funeral procession. Yep. Mike puts it in drive and gets the heck out of Dodge. Actually, he puts it in reverse. We watch at least, I said, about 30 to 50 townspeople passing, a priest and 6 men carrying a wooden casket overhead up the winding narrow street to the hearse from the church. This is where Mike and I, Mike was backing down our rental car with the flippin' IKEA box hanging out of it, almost into a funeral. I said, halfway down the road happens to be the church. We hide in our rental. The big IKEA box is sticking out, doesn't give us away. Disaster averted. Can you imagine if that woman didn't come out yelling at us and Mike got halfway down via Regina Elena, blocked the funeral with our IKEA couch box? I said, I can't. I just literally can't. This is Carrie and Mike. I said, God rest their soul. But God, please guide us from now on. not to get kicked out of our new village. We apologize in advance for everything we're about to do. At this point, Mike is now backing the car, hatch open, box sticking out. Church bells are ringing. I'm beginning to feel overwhelmed. He gets in as fast as he can back into the car, unloads it with me with 2 huge IKEA bags overflowing with pillows, curtains, rugs, everything. He goes back up, parks the car, and comes back to push the box the rest of the way. Videos will be included. I decide my best friend Kim must be part of this scene, so I FaceTime her. But now I'm starting to laugh. Quickly, I start to cry. I begin crying back to laughing. I think I had like a full-blown meltdown right there on the street, FaceTiming Kim. I said, so I FaceTime her, but now I'm starting to laugh quickly. I began to cry, all while dropping the IKEA pillows out of my bag, which I accidentally kept kicking down the street every time I bent over to pick them up. Anyone that's been to IKEA knows you get those big blue bags that are open with the handle. And I had pillows, blankets, curtains, everything in there. And the bigger the bag, the more stuffed it is. Something fell out. I bent over to pick it up. I kick it. It rolls down the hill because now we're going down the hill. So now Carrie's coming literally unglued. Looking back, I know I had half a nervous breakdown on FaceTime with Kim. When will the other half happen? Or should I say, how long until it happens? We made it. We get the couch in. It looks beautiful. I'm happy. I'm content, right? For the night. What could possibly go wrong from here? And I'm like, where is the coffee table? I said, where's the coffee table and lights? And Mike's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, Mike, we bought a coffee table and we bought lights for the kitchen. Where are they? And he's like, oh my God. Mike thought I had them. I thought he had them. Oh my God. We realized when I got out of the car, when we first got back to the village, I took what was on my lap and put it to the side of the car. Big round coffee table, wicker kitchen lights, and I just placed it down because I was gonna back him down the street. Then the funeral happened. We hop in the car, we get out of Dodge, wait for the funeral to pass. Mike and I start the adventure again, getting the couch down the street, get the couch to the house, go about our business. This was probably like 2 hours later when we realized, where's the coffee table? We left it back up in the piazza, right where I put it down. I'm like, oh my God, our first thought, in America, someone would have stolen it. So we run back up there. There it was, right where we put it, like literally in the middle of the road, where the cars park. I said, back up via Regina Elena, stay tuned. What else could go wrong? Are we having fun yet? I said, it doesn't matter. We bought a flippin' house in Italy, and the best part is the church bells are ringing. So that was that episode. I remember it was like hysterical looking back on it. It was not funny when it happened. Mike and I had just had our first night. The electric was off, the water issue, stayed in Airbnb. We were overwhelmed with everything in the house that we knew, now we have to get rid of. We had no idea how to get rid of anything. So everything was just overwhelming. But now we have a brand new couch. It's clean, it's ours. Life is wonderful. So that was that entry. So, yep, more to come. Daddy's trying to get a fire going because it's literally freezing in here. So this is, you walk in, here's the front door. It's like 2 doors. So I'm trying to let some sun in to heat it up. So everything's kind of like old and outdated, but the sink is really nice. It's like cast iron. But the live-in kitchen is smaller than what we thought, but we just got to get rid of a lot of stuff and then make space. Like I'm thinking we can at least get 1 couch right here in front of the fireplace or on that wall, and then push the table back here. This is really cute down here. Here's the window. This opens. It's cute. It's actually warmer outside than inside. Like, hello. And then you come in here. Like, this is a pretty decent sized room. This is really cute, but where do you see the view? The bathroom's a good size. It definitely needs to like be cleaned up and, you know, and then our bedroom.
Pack my bags and close the door. Airplanes waiting, can't ignore. Off to Italy, sunny shore. Rome by night, I'll explore. Viva l'Italia, under blue skies. Gelato mountains and pizza pies. History whispers in the streets. Summer romance in every heartbeat. Venice canals where gondolas glide. Beyond the city my secrets hide. Florence art in every stride. Tuscany's hills my dreams ride. Viva l'Italia, under blue skies. Gelato mountains and pizza pies. History whispers in the streets. Summer romance in every heartbeat. Whispered poems on ancient walls. Echoes of laughter in marble halls.